Hi everybody, welcome to another one of my PUBG Xbox One Circle Tactics strategy guys. This one's all about helping you, give you some ideas to how you can win squad chicken dinners on Sanhok, the jungle map of PUBG. Now if we just quickly look at the flight path, it comes from the north, that was a bit fast wasn't it? The north down to northeast down to the south. So the flight path is kind of down this way. I'd recommend you watch this video full screen if you can, just so you can see what's going on. And this is a new web tool that you can use. It's called minmax.gg, and then click on the chicken dinner link and you can put your details in, or any PC or Xbox player, put the right server in, and you can look at how their games go on. So the circles starting sort of north east coming down to the south. So we see this in the lobby, and again in this game I'm the squad leader, so I will always choose to jump far. I believe that in Sanhok you treat it as though the islands are like the first circle on a Miramar or an Erangel map, and generally the way I play the game is you play the edge to start off with. You may have heard of D23E, which is drive to every circle, drive to the third circle, then play the rest on foot and play the edge. You don't really need to drive places on Sanhok because it's so small, but you do have to be aware of the circle shifts. So my thing will always be, you look at the flight path of the plane and then you pick on the edge of the islands a group of named villages or houses that tend to be away from the named places. So with this one, where the plane's coming from north to south like that, we wouldn't go to Cal, Tatmok, Mongai, Camp Bravo, Boot Camp, Quarry, Painan, etc. And over here we wouldn't go to Hartin or Camp Alpha. But this area here, which is a long way from the flight path, is perfect. There's no names, it's on the edge. Probably people aren't going to be playing there. We're taking a bit of a risk because we're going to the small island and they've got the pinch points of the bridges. But what you want to take account of is, avoid pinch points if you can. Use, go across the rivers, that sort of thing. So anyway, so let's see what happens. Let's drag the video forward. In this chicken dinner, there's me, Matt, Keith and Andy. So we fly all the way over here, and lo and behold, look, we've got this entire, we didn't know at the time, but we have this entire island to ourselves. Everybody's at the usual places: Paradise, Camp Bravo, Boot Camp, Quarry, Lakawi, Ruins. Let's just come down a little bit. Sami, Camp Charlie, they're all bumping into each other, they're all going to die. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with dropping hot, but if you're one of these teams who are dropping into Paradise, say there's 3 teams there, what are the chances that you're going to come out of Paradise with all 4 of your squad intact, with decent armour and the decent weapons? Probably not much. You're going to be down to 3 players, you're going to have damaged armour, all this sort of stuff. And that really does affect you when you're going into the final circles. Now, if you want to play it hot in order, to have a good laugh and have a good shootout, that's fine. But if you want to go for a chicken dinner, it's really important that all 4 of you get to the end with good kit. So anyway, we're over here, and so basically we just loot and loot and loot and loot and loot and loot, and it can get a bit boring. And loot and loot and loot, and I'm encouraging people to stay together, but we're staying in pairs really, because we can't. There's nobody here. So we loot, we loot, we loot. The next circle comes in, we're still in the circles, so then we say, right, let's do Camp Alpha, because we haven't seen anybody there. So we go to Camp Alpha. Meanwhile, all these people are fighting each other. And we loot the entire bit of Camp Alpha. Now, we see these guys in this car, they come past us. I think we might even have a pot shot at them, actually. Let's have a look. As they go past. Oh, have they gone... Oh, it's interesting, they do go behind us. But we're still in the next circle. And then... Right, yeah, they've gone all the way... I don't think we knew about these guys going all the way behind us. Now, look at the sheer number of people who died. In fact, let's take that back. Look at all these teams coming into the circles. Right, at this point, there's 50 people. Then all of a sudden, they're dropping like flies. And so until we get to the point where the circle is on this island now, there's only 25 people left. And all these teams, look, they're all fighting. They've probably, none of them have got full squads left. Anyway, we're still in Camp Alpha, having a good laugh, knocking around. And then the next circle appears. So this is where the game really starts for me. Let me just zoom in so you can kind of see what's going on. Now, if you can, in any of the PUBG maps, but especially in Sanhok, because the circles change so fast, you always want to be thinking at least one circle ahead. So we're here in Camp Alpha. The question is, where will the next circle be? Now, we know we can get to it. It'll be somewhere around here or somewhere around here. So what you're going to be looking at is looking at the map thinking, where are we going to go next? And so when the next circle appears, if we just go, if you see where it does appear, as we're shooting at people, it appears there. So now let's take it back to where we're in Camp Alpha. So we're in Camp Alpha, so I'm thinking, right, where will the next circle be? And I'm thinking, if we stay in Camp Alpha, the circle could be around here, could be around here. In other words, it might not be on us and we might have to push out. But I know if we push to these buildings here on the tip of Camp Alpha, chances are the circle will be on us or we'll be very, very close to it anyway. So, as you can see, we all head, me at the front going, come on guys, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. We all go into those buildings there. We're shooting these guys on the hill, nothing serious, they're too far away. And then when the blue comes in, bong, we are in this circle. So all of a sudden we're in a pretty good position. Now, I am very well aware the chances of the next circle being on us are pretty, it's probably not going to happen because we're on the edge, but we are still in. And as you can see, these teams are probably going to bump into each other. Those teams are going to bump into them, they're going to bump into them. So if we take it forward, we're just hanging around, chatting, swapping stuff over, keeping an eye out, obviously keeping out this way, keeping out this road, keeping an eye out there, waiting for the next circle, and then bang, next circle appears. There's only 12 people left. Remember, we've still got 4 of us left. We know there's people down here because we've seen them. We know there's people up here. So the next thing is, where are we going to go? Do we go straight down the road? Well, of course we don't go straight down the road. We'll want to loop in to the west because the sea is here and the chances of anybody being up here and coming in is pretty low. So as you see, when we come out, we loop around this way, looking at the top, and I think you'll see me just go and have a look in a second over the edge just to make sure there's nobody hiding over the edge. There we go. I just have a quick look. Let's go back. So that's me having a quick look. And we've seen these guys over this wall, and so we start having a firefight with these guys. Bang, bang, bang. That's our bullets going towards them. They're firing towards us. We're slowly coming in. We know these guys have gone into this house as well. We do have some rocks here. You can't see it on the overhead view, but there's some rocks there. And then we get to this stage. So where will the next circle be? Next circle, so there's a safe place in this house. We know these guys have got to push out. We think that these guys are already in this house, but they're not, funnily enough. So we're keeping an eye, blatting these guys as they're coming out. Now these guys are now shooting these guys as well, so they're really taking it from both ends. Right, so they've made the move round to this side. This team is moving out into there. We're seeing them come across the road, so we're firing at those. I think these 2 teams are going to die now, aren't they? They're going to die. Now, what happens next is really interesting, because as you can see, there's still 4 of us left. Andy's already pushed inside the building. He made a really bold move that way to kill that guy, and that guy's down. So these 2 are from separate teams, and this guy, I think, runs around the outside. Yeah, he does, and I blat him. And then there's 1 guy left, and we get him. And 4 against 1, it's going to be us all the way, isn't it? And that is our chicken dinner. So hopefully that kind of gives you an idea of how your squad on Sanhok, let's take it all the way back, can navigate the circle by flying to the edge, finding somewhere along the coast that hasn't got a name, so you can loot up safely. There we go. And then if you're lucky with the circle, like we were definitely on this chicken dinner, you can give yourself a really good chance where all 4 of you get to the final circles, and you can bring that extra firepower to effect. Play the edge, know when to go early, so if there's an opportunity of cover to use, make sure you take advantage of that to put your team in a winning situation. And then as long as the dice roll goes with you and the PUBG gods are with you, you'll end up with a chicken dinner. Anyway, I hope that video is useful. If you've got any questions or comments, put them down below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.